Who is she, Ellie?
I think she's some musician.
Brilliant. Well, I'm glad we got that sorted. Hello, everyone. I'm Ethan McKinley.
Oh my God, you're recording.
And this is the 2-Minute Terminator, where we break down the Terminator films 2 minutes at a time. If you've just joined us, well done. Thank you. Go back and listen to some of the other episodes. Basically, we watch 2 minutes of Terminator, and then we talk about it for 20 or so minutes and hopefully make you laugh and entertain you. If you want to see the clip we're actually talking about, you can go to the 2-Minute Terminator page on YouTube and follow us there, where we do it Mystery Science Theater 3K style, talking over the clip on repeat until the end of the show. Failing that, you can find us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Now, we are going from minutes 104 to 106, the 2 minutes bridging that gap. It's episode 52. We're on season 4. It's Terminator Salvation. Across from me, who ruins the start of every show, Ellie Fitzgerald.
I haven't ruined the start at all this time.
Really?
How did I ruin it?
Well, you normally are on point and you say hit the music.
Oh, you bastard. Hit the music.
Howdy, stranger.
Don't say howdy, stranger, to me.
You didn't do the fourth. Thank God. It sucked. Yeah, it sucked.
Hello, we're back.
You've gone back to doing your favourite, and that is starting to record, but I haven't got the foggiest that you're doing it.
Exactly. I like it.
I hate it.
It gives a kinetic
'Cause I
energy
hate.
to the show.
Yeah, but then you say that I'm rubbish at the beginning.
I'm just going to say for this particular episode, for me, Christian Bale would not pass his workplace health and safety course.
Oh my God, that is, again, I'm so glad that you brought that up. Because that is one of the funniest parts of this 2 minutes.
The clip starts basically with Christian Bale unloading his clip into the new Terminator, which is approaching him. And it ends, how's it end, Ellie?
It ends with bullshit Bale trying to revive Mr. Marcus Wright by just thumping on his chest going, Come on! Come on! I've seen many gay pornos end like that.
Well, I've never,
Watched gay
I've done
porn?
workplace health and safety, I'm pretty sure. That's not how you do things, basically.
You don't punch someone in the heart, no.
Exactly.
But then again, he's a Terminator, and I think he gets the idea when he puts the two electrical kind of prongs into it.
Because that would work, wouldn't it?
And that wasn't a sexual innuendo.
Hooking Marcus Wright up to a car battery is the best way, not only to end this scene for this show, but also not how to revive someone who's died.
Ethan, I have a question for you.
Yes,
What
Ellie?
is today's bumper music?
Today's bumping music is once again James Horner, and we're doing the Troy soundtrack. Interesting, the Troy soundtrack
Troy was shit. Sorry.
had two soundtracks. One was rejected.
I'm glad they went with James Horner. Who was the other one?
I can't remember.
Oh, Ethan, you're normally so good at this.
I'll find out for
I
you.
thought Troy was rubbish.
Oh, it was.
It was so bad. And it made me hate Orlando Bloom even more.
Because he can't act.
He's so shit. I'm sorry. The only film I've ever liked him in is Lord of the Rings, when he played...
Gabriel Yarad, basically.
Legolas.
He worked on the Gladiator soundtracks. Score was rejected for Troy. They went in favour of James Horner. That does happen sometimes, by the way, because Howard Shaw did the score for King Kong for Peter Jackson, because he obviously did the scores to all his Lord of the Rings films. That score got rejected and James Newton Howard took over.
I think Shaw is awesome.
I don't know
I
how
thought
that...
the soundtrack or the score to Lord of the Rings is absolutely incredible. Come on, then.
Know.
You just hate Lord of the Rings.
No, all right.
You do.
Do you understand?
Either that or you're just Mary, quite contrary.
All right,
you know
no.
how much I love it, so you just... I will shit on everything you love.
But you do... No, it's a great soundtrack. Score. But it's not great in the sense that there's a lot of hummable theme tunes, the way if like a John Williams would do.
Hummable theme tunes? What are you, a child?
There's one theme tune you can think of. The Fellowship theme.
Have you ever heard the techno remix going, they're taking the hobbits to Isengard, to Isengard, to Isengard. Have you never heard that?
I have seen that.
Oh, it's so good. Dude, there's actual songs in Lord of the Rings.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. It's a great expansive
You're like, there's no
kind of like
hummable tunes.
operatic thing. No, but
It's amazing.
I know, but I think
You write a score.
I think it's the sensibility that it wasn't an American film. Maybe that I missed the aspect of it. Maybe I'm slightly biased.
You just bum America.
No.
No,
all right.
you do.
All right.
You've even got you live in Los Angeles on your bloody Facebook.
What's better then? The score to Willow or Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings.
What?
Yes.
All right. What's better, Lord of the Rings or Willow?
Lord of the Rings.
How can you say that? Willow's amazing.
Willow is amazing, but I
Willow's
prefer
amazing.
Lord of the Rings.
Mad Mardigan.
Dude,
Mad Mardigan.
You know how you feel about Star Wars? I feel that way about
This is the
Lord of
Laura
the
Dern,
Rings.
the future leader of Tyrazline, and the last thing she's going to want is a hairy chest.
Use the wand, Willow.
It's a fucking crime against cinema that never got a sequel.
Yeah, but sometimes when sequels happen, unlike Terminator, bringing it back, they're not ever as good, really.
It's just a shame it didn't do well.
And
I
Aliens.
think that really had legs.
All the
characters were good, even though he kind of ripped off Lord of the Rings. That there was midgets in it. Sorry,
I
people.
actually prefer Princess Bride to Willow. Oh God, Ethan's just left the building.
If anyone wants to inbox me at 2 Minute Terminator, I am looking for a call-in co-host. You don't need to be anywhere in the world. If you like Willow,
and Labyrinth is better than all of them.
Labyrinth is good.
You think Willow's better than Labyrinth?
The thing with the Princess Bride is I appreciate its kind of like clever script and stuff, but
everything about it is funny. There's adventure. There's like weird ogre troll things in it. You've got the musketeer dude.
The only problem with Princess Bride to me, the only problem with Princess Bride, and you have to admit this, it just looks like someone shot it in their lovely garden in Devon. It doesn't look like it's got any kind of budget, and it's really kind of
And
like...
Willow does.
No, you know what Princess Bride would be, if a format that it would work brilliantly in, would be a play. It should really be a play. It looks like it was a play they translated to film, and the person making the film didn't bring any cinematic elements to it whatsoever.
I loved it.
All right.
We're allowed to have different opinions on things. It's good because it means we debate. If we agreed on everything...
No, because you just refute everything I say, and I meet...
That's not... Oh my God!
I meet you part way in the sense that Lord of the Rings is amazing, but it lacks...
And yet you think that Willow is a better film and has a better score.
No, but there are... I think, you know what I miss from Lord of the Rings? There's a certain Spielbergy wonder that it needs.
But again, you just love American things.
America!
America have mustard guns. America! So yeah, we disagree on that one. I would love to know what Spaldner thinks, because Spaldner's the only person that ever actually writes into us. We do love all of our fans.
John Nichols writes in. Josh wrote in a couple of times. Rick Rosito is somebody who likes the photos and follows the Facebook page. So get off my case. Ben Person followed us yesterday.
All I'm saying is, Spaldner, what do you think's better, Willow or Lord of the Rings? As a film and as a score. I just want to know your opinion.
As a technical achievement, Lord of the Rings is one of the greatest films ever made. The fact they kind of spent like 2 or 3 years filming those films and putting them together, the stress Peter Jackson must have been under must have been incredible.
And actually, a testament to Lord of the Rings is normally people say, oh, the film was nothing on the book, blah, blah, blah.
The film's better than the book.
No. I feel like the film did such an amazing job of sticking to the kind of storyline of the book, and yet obviously Jackson kind of made it his own. I enjoy them equally, I really do.
But you understand that the books are written in such a... Because Tolkien wasn't...
Did you've never read the books?
Tolkien, I have. When I first moved to London, I told you.
You've read all of the Lord of the Rings.
When I was working at Stringfellows, one of the world's most...
you can't read.
I had a pile of books, and I read all these books in 6 months when I first moved to London.
That's before Ethan discovered pussy.
Basically, yeah. As soon as I started working in that strip club, that Lord of the Rings book...
You were working as a stripper in a pickup bar?
I threw that Lord of the Rings book out of the window like a ninja throwing star. Never saw it again. I was like, get out of my face,
You could have just used the pages to mop up the juices. What's that? Oh, just pages from Lord of the Rings. That definitely would have got you
prop
some.
little Harriet's ass up on my pile of books.
Oh my God. Little? I wouldn't say she was little. She was like a woman.
I know. Missed that. Anyway.
With a massive forehead.
No, that's it. Who's the other one? Someone else had a massive... No, John said he had... I didn't see
found that. He goes, oh yeah, I remember her with a massive forehead. I was like, amazing.
Anyway, let's get back to this clip, Ellie. This is probably my favourite clip in the entire film.
What does bullshit Bale shout in the face? No. I'm going too far. Why does bullshit Bale shoot the T-800 in the face with a small handgun? What's
don't-
that going to do?
Because, and I'll let the film... Again, I'm apologising on behalf of
You're
this
such
film.
an apologist. It's disgusting.
He shoots the Terminator. He doesn't know conventional weapons don't stop these new breed of Terminators.
He knows this. He's already shot the same Terminator with a shitty little handgun.
I know, but
Two episodes back.
you're in a panic, and that's all you've got.
Okay, so
I'm
saying...
I don't care what you say. I'm giving this scene credit because it's a really cool what he does to get the Terminator, which is
It
like...
is, and I agree with that, but you've just said he's in a panic. So in that... Again, I said in the previous episode, it's fight or flight. Dude, you'd run. Because that Terminator is going to follow you, and we've already established this Terminator doesn't run for shit. He does his whole Michael Myers slowly, like, traipsing behind. I would have run, led the Terminator to where the molten metal is, and then shot that thing. Or just jumped over, which he does in the end anyway.
I think you could argue the Terminator doesn't run because he's got very slick, shiny little metal feet.
It's the little balls at the back.
His little piggies. He's got
His
little metal piggies.
Little silver piggies.
No,
No!
I like this because this scene really does play up the horror element of
It
the
does, but
Unstoppable
I just
Terminator.
thought, why shoot the Terminator in the face? Save your bullets, dude.
All right, I agree. But I like the
Just
way
run.
when he gets covered in the molten metal.
You
and then,
just ran.
when he gets covered in the molten metal,
Yeah.
and he gets kind of like frozen in time, as it were. I really like that because then you start seeing him going, "I'll kill you."
When Bullshit
think-
Bale shoots the door to the molten metal and it all pours down, metal dribbles down. Oh yeah, getting an Alan Partridge in there. Surely the molten metal would have spread out and actually covered Bullshit Bale as well. He's pretty close to that door, dude.
Well, I mean, I did say in the last clip, like when he does shoot it, he's close to the Terminator, then he's like miles and miles away. They pull a Raiders of the Lost Ark with the kind of falling door
I
at the
reckon that
start of the
molten
Inca
metal
Temple.
would have spread out and at least singed his tootsies.
Well,
but it doesn't.
I mean,
it
it
just
should.
kind of piles
I
up
mean,
on top of
really, the
itself.
metal should really still be pouring out of the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It ties the film nicely to Terminator 2 in the sense that it kind of shows the exact scar that the actor has in Terminator 2 that plays John Connor, who still looks like the best John Connors in me.
How did they actually do the effect of the molten metal? Because I thought that looked really good.
CGI.
That's CGI.
Well, I imagine they film something like the way they do lava in movies. They use a mixture of oil. Oh, what did they use in the second one? It was a vat full of like KY jelly,
Oh, it's
oil,
KY, yeah.
and they threw bits of burnt cork in it, didn't they, to give you that like crust on the top?
Yeah.
And that's when they were doing that. So I imagine they probably filmed something like that, so they get this treacly effect, and then I'd imagine they either scan or format that algorithm into the computer and then create it that way. But I just really like the way he kind of like he gets cooled off and then he's kind of frozen, but you can still tell he wants to kill John Connor.
Yeah, no, it is really good.
And that really comes through even before he starts
I
like
think it's-
breaking his bonds.
I think it's conveyed by the fact that his eyes are still red.
But they're like, you just tell he's like, fucking gonna kill this motherfucker. So
It's
I
like
think,
Surly Pig.
yeah, they really do a good job on this
I
scene.
also really like it when the T-800 stands up out of the molten metal and starts to walk towards Bullshit Bale.
It's reminiscent of when the T-1000 is like unmelting in two. He kind of like goes.
It's like
pouring
I think
down.
it's about 0.38 seconds into this 2-minute clip, where the molten metal is pouring off of the T-800. It kind of comes around his head, and he looks exactly like the Grim Reaper. Did you see that? Ethan's just getting
Here we
to
go.
it
Here
now.
we go.
It looks like a hood, and he looks
Oh, yeah.
just like the Grim Reaper
He
because
does.
he's going to kill him. I thought that was really quite clever of me.
I don't think they've done that on purpose.
No,
though.
I
That's
don't.
just accidental.
Yeah, but it works. I was like, he's going to die. Bullshit Bale's going to die. And then yes, what is that gas, by the way, that John shoots and then it covers the Terminator? What would that actually be?
Does he shoot? Does it? No.
No,
hang
he
on.
shoots the pipe and then that gas comes out of it, and that's what then solidifies all the metal.
I think he's assuming it's like some form of liquid nitrogen or some kind of like super cooling gas. I've never worked in a manufacturing facility or a foundry or anything.
You just
but
worked as a stripper in a pickup bar.
I imagine they have lots of coolants and water to kind of like. When you're using a lathe and you kind of like milling aluminium parts, if you're making parts for a motorcycle and stuff, the water like pours over the object because otherwise it superheats.
Yeah.
And it just melts.
Well, it's
so
for like a
the friction of the two
solidifying
metals
effect, isn't it?
Well,
Which
no,
is exactly why I'm assuming that Bullshit Bale shot that tube.
Well, usually in those factories when they're machining parts out of like solid metals and you've got like something boring into it, it would heat up so much it'd kind of melt and fuck up. So they have like water on lathes that pours over the subject that they're like manufacturing basically, so it doesn't superheat and warp or distort the object in question. So I guess he's assuming there's liquid nitrogen or some kind of like super cool gas in there, which is how he stops him. Otherwise, the red hot Terminator would have just kept coming.
I really like the effect.
Red hot Terminator just keeps coming.
He just keeps coming. He absolutely will not stop until he is empty. I do actually really like the effect of when the Terminator breaks out of the mold of kind of molten metal. That does look really cool. And then he walks over to John Connor, and then John shouts something at him.
He's like, do it!
Is that what he says?
Do it! Yeah.
No, I don't think he does.
Well, I think he's just ready to face his...
Because he says something, then he goes, you fucking bastard! And then the scar is born, because the Terminator leans forward
with
and
his red hot
he
hands.
scratches his face, and that's where the scar, which we see in Terminator 1, on Connor's face. But yeah, again, another pastiche, I think, back to Terminator 1, but instead... in Terminator 1, it's his mother. It's when the Terminator is crawling through that really small gap, and then she shuts down that metal kind of gating, and then it puts its hand out and it almost grabs their face, and she goes, "You're terminated, fucker."
Yeah.
This is very, very similar to that. That's why I wanted to know what the first
do
thing...
it, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. No, you think he calls him an effing bastard.
No. Ellie, what?
Oh, okay. All right, God, it was a rude slur.
You son of a bitch versus you fucking bastard. Your language is way too party mouth.
I've been keeping it so PG.
No, he says elephant. No, he says cunt. No, elephant. He just said you elephant. No.
I didn't drop the C-bomb.
I'm balancing you out.
Right, I'm being told
Do
off.
it.
I'm
You're not
out.
being
See
told
you
off.
later. Pastiche, done that bit. Scar was born. Oh yeah, and then we get to the funny scene where bullshit Bale is trying to revive Marcus
With a car battery or whatever he's using.
and just thumps him in the chest, going, "Come on, come on!" But again, that's kind of similar to when Sarah Connor in the first film is pulling Kyle Reese, and she's going, "Come on, soldier, on your feet, on your feet." Yeah, they're totally copying the first and
It's just a
second
retread
movie.
of the first one.
Yeah, it's exactly that.
She's got to bring Marcus around to save her. But yeah, no, it's the scars that we see on Marcus's face, John Connor's face, Christian Bale, are they're basically a direct result of the final climactic scene in this movie, which the molten hot T-800 scratches Connor's face in their confrontation at SkyNet Central. So they've linked it to Terminator 2, which I kind of like. John Connor dumps molten steel again over the Terminator, as I just said, and freezes it in the climax. This, of course, references Terminator 2, when the T-1000 is frozen by liquid nitrogen and then is thawed out. Ellie, you're absolutely right. There's literally nothing in this film that's not original.
I wish that the T-800 had been a bit more creative when he scarred his face. Maybe he could have given him the Mask of Zorro or something. Or the Harry Potter.
Harry Potter scar,
yeah.
He starts scratching and he just moves his head like that so he gets a zigzag.
Or he just scratches T-800 into his face.
It's like Harry Potter, yeah, recognise.
I'm going to sign your face, you bastard.
It's crossing the memes.
That is crossing the memes.
It is crossing the memes.
I like it.
This is kind of crossing the memes with its own franchise, though, isn't it? It's just doing it from another film.
Yeah.
We all know that Claire Danes declined to reprise her role in this film as Kate Brewster. Charlotte Gainsbourg, that weird-looking French actress who's got nothing going on, the one from Lars von Trier's Antichrist, the woman who's with Willem Dafoe in that. She was once attached to star, but pulled out due to a scheduling conflict with another film. Thank God, she was replaced by the lovely, the delectable Bryce Dallas Howard.
Are there any cock-ups in this, Ethan?
Well, I was going to say, when Johnny's lying on the ground in the factory, the Terminator bears down on him. Finally get this one in the right clip as well. The Terminator appears right beside him, but when he shoots the part to release the hot magma fluid onto the ground, onto the Terminator is then further away by about 20 feet.
Oh, shit, yeah. Yeah, because he did just scratch his face.
No, but even before that, Ellie, when he shoots... Yeah, I'll show you. When he... come at me, bro. Watch this. So he's almost on top of John, maybe 5 feet now. Bang, shoots him. It pours really down. He would have been on top of him by now. Pours onto him. And John Connor, as we see,
but again, that's
25 seconds into the clip. Here we go. 26, 27, 28. He's miles away.
But again,
about
that just
20 feet
furthers
away.
my point that he would have been absolutely covered in molten metal himself.
He would have had he movie physics been in the spot he was when he shot the gun, but it cuts to him and he's 20 feet away.
Because he's just jumped down from quite a height and he really hurts himself, which is why he's on his back. The slag. But yeah, he'd be dead.
Sciatica.
He didn't even like do a roll.
I know.
Duck
I
and
know.
roll.
I mean, you could have had him like injure himself in meanwhile, a little flex of hot metal splashing up his legs or body or something.
Oh.
Do
this is-
you son
The
of a
gay
bitch.
connotations in this are just vast.
Being poured at by a hot Terminator is just coming loads.
Yeah. Scratching his face. Have you got anything else to say about this particular episode?
No.
Apart from the fact that we actually really quite enjoyed it.
We did. Again,
And do you know what's amazing as well? Even though I have seen this film like once,
you've forgotten the ending.
I completely forgot the ending. I'd forgotten that all of this happened. And it has made me decide that I do think that Terminator 3 is the worst one. I think
Really?
this is better than 3.
The thing is, this has got that
At least
very...
this has got Terminators fighting against each other.
Yeah, but 3...
And it's reminiscent of the first two
I think
films.
you're right, but I think 3 has that this one has that languid middle bit when they're trying to do that forced romance between Moon
That
Bloodgood.
is terrible, but I've completely
And
forgotten
Sam
about that
Worthington.
because the end of the film is a lot better. Even though it doesn't have Arnold in it. But I guess we do kind of see Arnold, but in the form of the T-800.
You didn't do the 4th, thank God.
It
sucked.
sucked.
Did it, Arnie? Did it?
Well, I don't think it sucked as the third one.
Yeah.
Well, as much.
But anyway, we'll return tomorrow, which is Friday, with another show. And I'd like to thank Ellie for her sterling work over the last few days. We've done 5 episodes. We covered Friday, which we missed last week, which came out obviously on Saturday morning. And we've had a lovely old gay old time doing 4 episodes now.
We have.
Ellie's going to hook up with me hopefully on Thursday to do a podcast
I will.
then.
I will.
I will. I do. I will. That's from Henry V Part 2 when I played Prince Hal. Shakespeare, don't you know?
Is that the one that made Sophie cry?
No. What that was the one? No, that was the...
That was Shakespeare.
Oh, Lord, that was Shakespeare.
Oh my God, that was Shakespeare. Shakespeare in love.
You can't say Shakespeare by intonating you doing a black voice in the same thing. I'm just going to say that, Ellie.
Why?
I don't want to get the show into trouble.
Yeah, but it was a black chick that said it.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. It's in a scary movie. She goes into the cinema and she answers the phone. She goes, I'm watching Shakespeare. Shakespeare in love. And then everyone gets really annoyed with her. And then she gets stabbed. Serves you right for talking in a movie. Anyway, thank you so much for listening and tuning in. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook, SoundCloud, YouTube. Please do go to YouTube. Ethan spends so much time, effort, love, blood, sweat,
It's the
and
thing that
tears.
makes this show a pain in the ass. If we could just put this on SoundCloud, it would take 20 minutes and it'd be up.
Done.
And it wouldn't be a problem.
But YouTube means that we can keep it there forever and ever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if the powers that be don't come down on us.
Well, the
like
only problem is the
the
same
molten
thing.
metal
The
in this
same
scene.
thing that's happening with YouTube, where copywriters hear 5 seconds of a piece of music while someone's talking under it. The robots
and then
panic,
they go disassemble.
and they
disassemble.
basically block your channel or that particular track. That's happened.
Oh, the scary punk's looking at me again.
That's happened basically to friends I know who've done remixes, who are DJs, who have got their tracks blocked on SoundCloud, so they've kind of left. So I think SoundCloud needs to sort something out because they don't give you a recourse in which to battle that if that happens. I, of course, preempted this. So for the show to exist in some format forever, even though no one cares, is on YouTube. But it's also added value for you as a listener.
Dude, if anything, more people care now than ever.
Well, yeah, but I was saying it's added value because you can actually watch the clip as we're talking about it. None of the other minute shows do that, as far as I know. I have contacted all the minute shows to do that because, for any number of reasons, if one of these channels goes down, at least it'll be somewhere for free and vaguely safe because YouTube is the biggest, most commercial, user content channel on the internet. So yeah, check us out there. You can obviously hear me saying this as I'm talking over a clip, and you might have a little bit more fun with it. Of course, you can, if you've got the right equipment, like was it YouTube to MP4, you can actually rip them off there and just download them for free. The show is free. If you want to donate some money, please do to our Patreon, but you don't need to. Do whatever you like. We don't care. We do it for love and we do it for you. So thank you for listening, and we'll be back tomorrow for Friday's episode of 2 Minute Terminator.
Before we go,
Yes.
I just want to say, Floy Malloy loved your comment on the SoundCloud. I can't remember which episode
filthy
it was. He was
Polak.
like, she's out of control. And then made some fake website about where to report anti-Semitic.
It's not a fake website. It's real.
Is that real?
Yes.
I thought you said that he'd made it.
No, I said he just linked us to the website
Oh my
for your
God.
anti-Semitic remarks. But it's all done out of love. We love you. We
Merely
love the Jews. We love
practical
everyone.
joking.
We even love Mel Gibson. We're all inclusive. With our
Definitely
love.
love Mel Gibson. Although not sexually. Definitely not.
I think if you met Mel Gibson, you'd probably go into a
Mel?
froth over Mel Gibson.
Mel
You'd
Gibson?
be like, oh, because
No,
Mel
I
Gibson's
wouldn't.
crazy. You'd be like, oh, Mel.
Yeah, he's crazy. I'd like to sit down and have a weird chat with him, but God no, I wouldn't want that bearing down on me.
No, but he'd have that kind of like the charm I think he brings across in
I'd
the
be scared
screen.
he might kill me after.
No, but I think because you said this about, I'll prove it to you. You said like, fuck Mel Gibson, he's rubbish. And I went, have you ever seen Mel Gibson films? You're like, no. And then I put all the Mel Gibson films on that made him a star, kind of.
I
Except Mad Max.
just thought he was a drunk.
Exactly, but you saw him in the
But
film.
again, that's what the media's kind of portrayed him
But
out to
Ellie,
be, and I was a
that
sap.
charm and charisma that he brings to Riggs or Braveheart or whatever we've seen him in.
Don't like Braveheart.
All right,
at
whatever.
all.
But all right, that
That's
kind of
a
like
terrible
that
film.
cheeky charm that makes him great. Even the
Actually, I know why I didn't like Mel Gibson, because he hates the English.
Expendables 3 is an awful film, and you think, God, they gave him Mel Gibson a job as the villain. He's the best thing in it. He's amazing. He makes the movie. It just shows what a badass cinematic presence Mel Gibson is. I think if you met him, he could employ the same charm in real
You've
life
got
that he would in
foreign
movies.
bodies in you.
Yeah, take him out and see if I care. You got foreign bodies in them.
Anyway,
Dude, as we've said, I think we come back to this all the time. If you've not listened to the Mel Gibson tapes, go on
Please
YouTube and
do.
look them up. Or even better, go on the Opie and Anthony Mel Gibson tapes and listen to 5 hours of pure joy as they just break down what he's saying with like expert comedians. It's fucking brilliant. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you all for listening.
I've been Ellie Fitzgerald,
I've been Ethan McKinley.
and you've been listening to
2 Minute Terminator.
Hasta la vista.
God, you the blood, you
I was going to say hit the music.
stumbling flow. You're getting so good at this, Ellie, then you drop the ball. Anyway,
It's like my sex life.
hit
Anyway,
the music.
hasta la vista, baby. Idiot.
Well, I had control the crawl button, so I can just.
You can't
insult
even
you.
talk.
Shut up, fat back.
Stay on this phone and don't hang up on me. I have plenty of energy to drive over there. You understand me? And I will! So just fucking listen to me! Trying to breastfeed with fucking foreign bodies in you.
So
Was that it?
that has nothing to do with it.
Oh, it had nothing to do with what? The fact that you had foreign bodies in there?
Correct.
Correct, okay, good. So you're not lying to me about fake tits.
I've never have.
Yes, you just did. You said they weren't. You fucking lied to me before.
What? I didn't. I never said anything of a kind. You never asked me, I never told you. Or maybe you asked me, but I never lied about this.
Not a lie, who cares? So, they look ridiculous. Get rid of them, why don't you?
What don't you fucking understand? I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking ass. What don't you fucking understand? I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking ass. What don't you fucking understand? I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking ass. What don't you fucking understand? Give me a fucking answer. are you going? I gotta end this. No, I'm not gonna leave you. You didn't. Who are you? John Connor.